Hey there, scholars. Today in well-ordered language with me, Mr. Brace, we are continuing along with our journey with adverbs. So we learned what adverbs are. We got some good practice analyzing and diagramming sentences with adverbs, and we are going to continue along with that today. So first, let's do a bit of review. We have adverbs. They're a part of speech. It modifies a verb, an adjective, or an adverb. It answers the question how, when, or where. Principal elements are the parts of a sentence that are needed for the sentence to be completed. Those are the subject and the predicate. A noun is a part of speech. It names a person, place, thing, quality, or an idea. A noun can be singular or plural. Verbs are a part of speech that show action and or a state of being. And then we have 23 helping verbs. The quicker you have those memorized, the easier it is to analyze and diagram sentences. Because anytime you see that word, you automatically know that is a helping verb. Let's see. It's our adverb song.
An adverb is a part of speech. It modifies a verb, an adjective, adverb. It answers the questions how, when, or where. An adverb is a part of speech. An adverb is a part of speech. It modifies a verb, an adjective, adverb. It answers the questions how, when, or where. An adverb is a part of speech.
That's our adverb song. I forgot to add that in our first couple lessons, but it is there. You can always rewatch this video to practice the adverb song. Okay, so let's go ahead and practice analyzing and diagramming some sentences with adverbs. First sentence, Grandpa may not be fishing there long. This is a sentence because it expresses a complete thought, and it's a declarative sentence because it states something. In this sentence, it is about Grandpa. So I am going to underline, I am going to underline Grandpa, single underline, and I'm going to put a capital S to show that it is my subject. Then in our sentence, it tells us that Grandpa may be fishing. May be fishing. Fishing shows the action, so it's our predicate. It's telling us what's going on with our subject. So fishing is our predicate, and it is a verb because it shows action. May and be, I know from my list of 23 that those are helping verbs, so I'm going to label them as helping verbs. Notice that it got split up. That can happen. That's okay, because the word not is an adverb. Okay, so these are my principal elements of my sentence. I have my predicate and my subject. Now I go through and I start at the end of my sentence, and then I work my way back to put all the modifiers. Long tells me about fishing. And there is tells me where Grandpa is fishing. So I forgot to put ADV and then ADV because these two are going to the same verb. There and long are modifying the same verb. I can attach the two. Whereas if there was modifying a different verb, then I wouldn't be allowed to match them. And my last one is not. Not tells me how Grandpa is fishing. How is he fishing? He's not. I'm going to do the same thing, draw my little arrow. Now I don't connect those ones, and then I put ADV for adverb in the corner opposite of the arrow. So now if I'm going to diagram this sentence, I would draw my baseline, and then I'm going to write my subject. After I write my subject, I can draw my vertical line, and then this is where I write my predicate verb, or my verbs. May be fishing. Okay, now I go through in order that they show up in my sentence and do my modifiers. In this case, adverbs. May not, there, and long. All right. So that is how you analyze and diagram a sentence. That one had 3 adverbs in it. So you just go in order that they show in the sentence. Remember, not and never are adverbs. They just say that this won't happen. It's telling how. So those are adverbs. Okay, let's go ahead and look at another one. Noisily, Mabel is jumping about. So in this sentence, it is a sentence because it expresses a complete thought. It is a declarative sentence because it makes a statement. This sentence is about Mabel. So I'm going to put a capital S and underline it. Jumping tells me about the subject, tells me what they're doing. So that is my predicate verb. Is a helping verb. So I'm going to double underline it and then put a lowercase hv for helping verb. Now go start at the back of your sentence and do all the modifiers because now I have all my principal elements, the subject and the predicate. About tells me where Mabel is jumping. Where is she jumping? She's jumping about. So I'm going to draw my corners with my arrow, and then in the opposite corner, ADV. And then noisily is describing how she is jumping. How is she jumping? Noisily. Remember that ly is usually an indicator that it's an adverb. So ADV in the opposite corner. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and diagram this sentence. Draw my baseline. I'm going to write my subject, Mabel. Draw my vertical line. Is jumping. Now I go through and do my modifiers. Noisily. Notice that I capitalized noisily. That's because it was the start of my sentence. We always start a sentence with a capital. So if I look at this diagram, I know that noisily starts my sentence. And about. All right, that's how we analyze and diagram that sentence. Now you're going to go do lesson C in your workbook, which is page 40 and 41. Number 1 asks to analyze the following sentences and then diagram them in a space provided. Remember to use a ruler to draw the lines. This only sets you up for success later on when we diagram larger sentences. The neater you are when you're writing, the easier it is. So, Grandpa may not be fishing there long. We did this one already. Go ahead and pause the video if you need more support in that one. Noisily, Mabel is jumping about. Look at that, we did that one already as well. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to catch up. Rufus is playing playfully. I caught myself. I almost messed that one up. Rufus is playfully splashing too. You're going to do that one on your own. Fish are not biting. You're going to do that one on your own as well. Question number 2 asks, write one sentence about how Grandpa is fishing. Be sure to include an adverb. Remember, I need to, with my adverb, answer the question how. Not when or where, but how. So if I had the sentence, Grandpa goes fishing every day. That tells me when, but not how. So I would need to come up with something else. You can also answer the question how, or question when and where if you would like to, but your main objective is to answer the question how. For example, I could write the sentence, Grandpa is not fishing today. Remember, not is an adverb, so it's telling me how he's fishing. How is Grandpa fishing? He's not. And then in my sentence, I also answered the question when with today, but you don't have to do that part. Just answer the question how. Question number 3, rewrite the following sentence by adding an adverb to each of them. Remember, adverbs answer the question how, when, or where. You can use those questions to help come up with appropriate adverbs for each sentence. Now, this is where you get creative. So you just come up with the adverb that goes well with the sentence. So, for example, if I have the sentence, kids swim, I could possibly answer, kids swim swiftly, or kids often swim, or kids swim around. Those would be 3 options. So you only have to rewrite the sentence once with an adverb, not 3 times, just once. And question number 4, what are the questions that an adverb can answer? The answer's in the previous question. I'm going to leave that to you. Okay, that's all I have for you, and I will see you next time.